Welcome. My name is Dwayne Bryant. I'm the president of Intervision International. In the following presentation, we're going to be discussing combat bullying. According to the CDC, the Center of Disease Control, bullying has become a national epidemic with over 2,000 teens committing suicide annually. So in this presentation, we're going to be discussing the different forms of bullying: psychological, verbal, physical, social, emotional, as well as cyberbullying. And we're also going to be talking about different solutions that you can employ so that we can combat bullying. Honestly, it's time out for bullying because it's taking a heavy toll on our young people that's affecting their academics as well as affecting them throughout the rest of their life. So join us as we take this journey on combat bullying. Clap one time if you can hear me. Clap 2 times you can see me. Clap 3 times you're ready to learn. Clap 4 times you want to have fun while you learn. You got to wait on this one. Clap 5 times you really just came to school, get some free lunch and go home. That's a doggone shame, doggone shame. All right, so beautiful, wonderful, intelligent young people. Today we have a very serious conversation. In this conversation, we're going to learn some things. I'm going to teach you some things, and you're going to teach me some things. We're going to have some fun, but I want to only share, I only have one rule, and that's the rule of respect. Respect means the person who's talking, I want everyone to listen. So I'm not going to be the only one talking. Some of the time, you guys are going to be speaking as well. So we have a microphone that's going to be coming around, so if you want to say something, raise your hand. And my wonderful, give me your last name. Lewis, I didn't want to call you by the first name. Mr. Lewis is going to come around with the microphone. So if you stand, now here's the deal. The last class, some people wanted to be cute, right? So they raised their hand and I bring the microphone. I said, girl, ain't nobody got time for that. So look, when you raise your hand, it's because you have an answer and you're ready to speak. So ain't nobody got no time for you to try to be cute. And the other thing is, those are not answers, all right? So I want you speaking in complete sentences. Now, today we're going to be talking about bullying. Now, I was going to show you this video clip, but I'm not going to show you this. I'm going to share some things with you really quickly. I love this conversation of bullying because when I was your age, I used to be a bully. I used to fight. I got kicked out of an elementary school because of my attitude and my behavior, which is terrible. Here's what was going on. In my household, my father walked out on my mom with 6 kids. My daddy would always promise he's going to come over, he's going to pick us up, he's going to take us shopping, but he never did, and he lived less than 15 minutes away. So when I went to school, I was angry. As a matter of fact, I used to walk around and I would be mad. You see these big frowns on my forehead? Now, it's because when I was your age, I used to frown so much, these become muscles. And my mom used to say, boy, you better smile. I'm like, that's crazy, right? So you know that is not a good look. So for those of you who always walking around frowning, you better change, because right now I'm a 45-year-old man. If I'm thinking, I go, but it look like I'm frowning. So sometimes I be scaring people, not even mean to scare people. So now I just go, boo, and see what happens. So therefore, it wasn't until around 8th grade that life for me changed, because I had an awesome teacher. This is why we gotta respect our teachers. Here's the deal. Teachers come to school every single day, Monday through Friday, to help you have a better future. Some of them take their work home at night. They don't get paid for that. Some of them do work on the weekends to help you get to a better future. So how crazy, how stupid could you be that this person is working day and night for you to become a better person, but you bring your rudeness, your ignorance, your arrogance, and your disrespect them in the classroom? And that's what I did. And I honestly believe that's why now I go to different schools, not just in Illinois, nationally, as well as internationally, talking to young kids, because I don't want you to have to make the same old silly mistakes that I made. It doesn't matter what home you grew up in. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? Do you want to be successful? Do you want to graduate from high school and go to college? Right now, my 8th graders over here, you guys are closer to high school students than you are middle school students. So now is the time that if you're not serious now, you're going to get left behind, because time is moving real fast. Trust me when I tell you, this year's going to go real fast. Y'all getting ready to go to high school. Think about when you were in 3rd and 4th grade. That jump went real fast, right? This is going to be even faster. So I want you guys to pay attention. If you have questions, I want you to raise your hand. I want to make sure that we get involved, because I want us to have this great conversation. After high school, once my teacher, Miss Bay, She began to teach world history from an Afrocentric perspective. She taught about ancient African civilizations, kings and queens, and I began to realize that my ancestors were kings and queens and not just slaves. I changed. Because what I used to get taught in my history books is that black people are slaves and we came to this country slaves, but that's not true. We came to this country because we had built other civilizations. When I went to Egypt and went into the pyramids and looked at the hieroglyphics, I saw the pictures that they painted and they looked like me and some of you. And that's when I began to realize the ancient Egyptians were black. What? And I said, oh no, I can't act like a fool anymore. A king doesn't act like a slave and a slave doesn't act like a king. A slave is someone who's rude and disrespectful, can't pay attention, but a king and a queen is someone who listens to their teachers, who are not worrying about bullying and talking about people and making people feel bad. Usually when people bully, it's because they feel bad about themselves. And when I don't like me, I don't like you. So it's something that we got to understand. The person who's always talking about someone, who's always putting other people down, that's because when they look in the mirror, they don't like what they see. Instead of me saying, I don't like who I am, I want to change, they try to make you feel bad. Is that a good way to be? Not at all, right? All right, so let's move. Let's move on. Well, I forgot to tell you, graduated from high school with a full academic scholarship to college. I never played sports. I went to college on an academic scholarship. I got paid to go to school because I'm smart. I've been smart for a long time. Dumb people make me nervous. So if you're dumb, like don't move, just like sit down. Don't even move your head, just move your eyes, because you make me nervous. All right? And then after I graduated from college, I worked for Johnson & Johnson. I was 27, making about $100,000, and I resigned and started my own business. Right here at this school from 2005, I remember Dr. Cofield, Ms. Lieb, and a lot of other teachers, Ms. Jones and Ms. Matthews. We had a mentoring program here, and we had a great time at OW Huth. So it's a pleasure to be back today. Now, I got to give you a warning. Warning number one, my speaking style is very honest, straight to the point, and highly interactive. That means I'm not going to be the only one talking. Right now I'm standing in the front, but don't think because you're sitting way in the back that I won't get to you. As a matter of fact, my man right here, you're going to be my first volunteer. Right there. What's your name? Yes, sir. Marcus. So when I say Marcus or first volunteer, you know I'm talking about you. So now everybody know, hey, nobody's safe. What's your name? I remember your face. You're going to be my second volunteer, all right? Jessica? Jessica? So when I call on you, and you know you coming because this is my leader right here. Oh, please don't. This is a superstar right here. I know who she is. All right, so when I call on you, just be ready. All right? Warning number two, I do not sugarcoat things to make you feel better. I'm not trying to make you feel better. I know y'all parents do that. They tell you how great you are. You know it's not true. You know it's not true. They tell you how wonderful you are. You know you come to school to act the fool. See, they don't know that side of y'all. They come to school, y'all be like, hi, mother. Y'all been gone somewhere with that mess. Also, I have very high expectations for you. I want everyone in this room to graduate from here, to go to high school, to graduate high school, go to college or the military, and become successful people because you can. It's a choice. Success is a choice. This morning when I drove down 47th Street to come here, I live in Hyde Park. There were literally some bums on the street. There's some guys at 7:30 in the morning on the sidewalk. There were some ladies doing some stuff that I don't know what they were doing. There's some dudes standing on the side. So I'm sitting here like, these people are grown at 7 o'clock in the morning, and that's when I began to realize these people are considered unsuccessful, but they did not become unsuccessful as adults. They became unsuccessful as children. Your age. That's why you got to be watching what you're talking about. You got to be careful who your friends are. If your friends are dumb, you are too. If your friend got thought-like behavior, Miss Jones, like, I don't even know what that means. Come back, come back, come back. That means you do too. All right, now. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. See, y'all gotta, we don't have a lot of time, so y'all gotta like laugh and cut it off. So like you gotta go and stop. You can't go 3, that's too much. All right, so let's practice it real quick, go. Perfect, perfect. All right, so let's keep going. I told you, we're gonna have fun, but we're gonna learn a lot too. All right, now, where's my volunteers? First volunteer, come on up. Second volunteer. Second volunteer, Jessica. That's you. Come on up. Superstar, third volunteer, come on up. I need an 8th grade boy. Oh, that's a leader, man. I can see the leadership. I'm serious, I can see the leadership. Is he a leader? What? He is? All right. What's your name, my man? Chris Light. He a leader. All right. No, I can tell though, because when he was sitting there, like I'm listening, I'm learning everything. I mean, he wasn't playing. All right, so I'm gonna start over here. I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna give you the microphone. I want you to read this paragraph, right? And read it with some reflection. Go ahead.
To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best, night and day, to make you everybody else, means to fight the hardest battle, which any human being can fight and never stop fighting.
Good job. Let's give a round of applause. Good job. You can have a seat. Now, I know you got theatrics and all of this stuff, so I want you to read it con fuerte, with force and strength, all right?
Can she sing it?
Can she? I know she can sing. Y'all want her to sing it?
No.
Can you sing it for me? All right, well, say it then. Go right ahead.
To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best, night and day, to make you everybody else, means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight and never stop fighting.
Okay, time out. Let's give her a round of applause. That's good. All right. I want you to read it again, but I may stop you. Go ahead. No, she's not going to say it. Go ahead.
To be nobody but yourself.
Stop. Listen. To be nobody but yourself, which tells me that you are somebody, right? But you can't be this person, and they can't be you. You have to be nobody but yourself.